New Year's Eve 2007, Davette Hayes was walking in the door at Richmond Community Hospital when in the blink of an eye, her world changed forever. She was attacked by a man with a machete. Today, 8 years later, she's becoming whole again thanks to a local cosmetic surgeon with a big heart. And a word of warning, some of the images you are about to see are disturbing.
This is silicone, which is a permanent filler.
This has become an almost monthly ritual. Domestic abuse survivor Davette Hayes shows up at the office of world-renowned plastic surgeon Dr. Joe Niamtu, and little by little, for almost a decade now, he pieces together what her boyfriend took away in seconds on New Year's Eve 2007. It was precisely 6:03 a.m. on that day when she pulled into the parking lot at Richmond Community Hospital, where she worked in accounting. As she approached the front door, Paul Bratton, the man she had recently dumped after an abusive 3-year relationship, came storming at her swinging a machete. There would be dozens of wounds. However, Davette would remember just the first 3.
Because he raised his hand and I saw that he was wielding a machete, and he commenced to hitting me on the machete. I put my hands up to try to protect my head, and I felt the first 3 blows, and then I was unconscious.
We've cut out this scar, and we're filling these scars. You know, she just has a bunch of them.
For Dr. Niamtu, this has been a labor of love. He first laid eyes on Davette in the trauma unit at MCV when many thought she had little chance of survival. And if she did, most believed she'd be horribly disfigured. But not Joe. We can't show you the worst of the pictures, but the machete cuts to her face were deep. Her eyesight was almost gone, a chop to the hairline, cut to the skull, and her hand was almost amputated. Right then, the doctor offered to do reconstructive surgeries and the follow-up work that would take years. And he's done it all for free.
The reward you get from doing something like this is beyond any possible paycheck. This is one of the most devastating injuries that I've ever seen, and not only physically, but emotionally. It's automatic. I mean, your inner self clicks in and you want to help these people.
The major surgeries are over for now. Monthly, Dr. Niamtu uses fillers to plump up the deep creases caused by the machete blows, and a laser makes the scar tissue less pronounced. For years, Davette didn't look at the crime scene photos or the pics of her that day she arrived at the ER. The detective on her case wouldn't allow it. He knew she was too fragile. Passing a mirror was painful.
When I looked in the mirror, it was ugly. I knew I was ugly. I felt ugly, and everybody was staring. That's the way I felt.
But she doesn't feel that way anymore. In just the past few years, there has been a noticeable improvement. The deep scar on her forehead is almost gone. The scar tissue around her eyes has been cleaned up, and the deepest machete cut across her mouth is far less pronounced.
You're a hero.
The enduring friendship between doctor and patient is a two-way street. For him, Davette is a source of pride. The result of this 8-year experiment has been nothing short of magnificent. For her, the doctor has restored more than her face. He's slowly but surely enhanced her confidence and self-worth, a gift she can never repay.
A miracle. My prayers have been answered. It was a miracle. God said he's a blessing. It's a blessing.
And just to be clear, it was the surgeons at VCU Medical Center that did an incredible job with the initial reconstruction surgeries that saved her life. As for Davette's ex, he's in prison, where he'll be spending the rest of his life.